Hello once again, fellow friends. And here we are in this week, and Madison wants to start off with making some ranch fried potatoes. So it's just a packet of ranch. We put some EVOO in it. We mix it all up. And then we put it on a sheet pan. And we put it in the oven at about 400 degrees until you can poke a fork through them and they get kind of crispy. They have become one of her favorites, and she asks to make them almost every day. Which I guess is okay. I mean, there could be worse things than some oven roasted fried potatoes, right? I mean, you could want Oreo cookies, which are her favorite cookies, but she gets them in moderation, and she knows it. She gets two every night after dinner, if she's eaten her dinner. Oreo cookies. It's a nice bribe. And of course, we have cash, waiting for some scraps. So, we're also going to make some fish on this night. We're going to make it two ways. So, take your butter, half a stick of butter, melt it in the microwave or on the stove, whichever you prefer. Coat your fish. This is room temperature fish, and I patted it completely dry. And then I let it sit out and get to room temperature. And then we're just going to lather all this butter on here. You want a lot of flavor on your fish. So the first way we're going to make fish is a whole bunch of Old Bay seasoning. Three Rivers turned me on to this. It is great on fish. So, season with a heavy hand and a heavy heart, because the more seasoning, the better it is, right? You always want seasoning on everything and anything you eat. Seasoning is what makes the world go round. Our next one is going to be a garlic fish. So, take your butter, take your garlic, melt it in the microwave, and then it kind of turns out like this, and then just kind of mush it all around until the butter finally decides it wants to completely melt all the way, and your garlic powder is completely blended in. And then, as you see, we're going to take some lemon juice. We're going to put some in there. We're going to mix it up, and then we are going to coat this fish in it. And then, of course, because you always need extra seasoning, go ahead and add some extra garlic. We love garlic. Garlic is great. Garlic makes the world go round. So, put as much garlic on your fish as you want. We love garlic, so there's a lot of garlic. Did I mention we like garlic? So there's a lot of garlic. You can kind of see the chunks of the garlic sitting there up on the fish. Don't worry. At the end of this, we're going to crush up some dill. And we're going to throw some dill on there. So there's the dill. Just kind of mush it in your hand. This is freeze-dried from our garden last season. Take some celery salt and some dill and just mush it on top. And that is what it looks like after it cooked for maybe about 10-15 minutes in the oven. It was a great hit. Nathan has asked and requested this. Can we have fish again? Can we have fish again? Can we have fish again? He's become a fish person. Then we have some hickory nuts. This was a fun project for the kids. We took hickory nuts and we took black sunflower seeds and some crushed corn, and we put them together. I had way too many trays. I only ended up filling up 2 trays with the amount of leftover oil that we had. So whenever we have oil that's left over in the pan, instead of throwing it out, I then pour it into this jar. And I keep it in the refrigerator with it marked on the lid, birdseed oil. And then whenever we're done frying eggs and there's oil left, or we cook sausage and there's oil left, then we pour it into here, keep adding it, and then when we get a completely full jar, we will crack some of those hickory nuts. We will get some of the chicken feed and we will put it all together. And then we'll pour this mixture of fat all on it because you don't want to waste anything. And after you pour it all on here, mush it up, get it all nice and conglomerated. And so everybody is married and touching and covered in oil. So everything stays in a nice, good, solid block for you. And then you got suet. It's great for your chickens in the wintertime. It's also great if you're a bird watcher. Our neighbor loves to watch the sparrows and the cardinals and blue jays. So we gave him a few of these. He was so excited. So we mixed in all the oil, and then afterwards I will put it in the refrigerator. I will get a warm pot of water. When it is all done, I will kind of dip it in there to loosen them up. Put them into a gallon-sized freezer bag, and I will stick them in the freezer. And I will take them out as we so want to give our chickens a treat. And I gave a whole gallon size to our neighbor, which he loved. But this is so easy, and it takes a few minutes to put all together. So then we are working on our hoop coop. We are going to have a few of these. This is the first one that we've made. I also have a whole bunch of footage of Michael doing the whole hoop coop. This is the ending part of it where we're putting on the tarp. But I have got to go through all that footage, and then we'll get some out to you. But we put on a tarp on top of this, and you just kind of latch down this tarp. We did, what are they called? They're like little S-hooks on the front side, and then all around the bottom and the back side, we did washers and screws. Put it together. Show the camera how you put it together.
Okay. First they will have to have a dishwasher. It looked like a circle and a hole. And again, they put a glue in.
I need another one.
And again, I have to go like this.
And then you give it to Daddy.
And we're going to give it to Dad.
And I thought Madison could explain it a lot better than I could. Then on the inside, we take natural sticks that we have just lying around that have fallen off trees and whatnots. And we pick up a few different sizes and we stick them in here. You put the edges so they are leaning on the cattle panel, and then I will take zip ties and I will zip tie everything in so it is secure. So when the birds go up and roost, it's natural for them. And they can choose a thicker branch or a thinner branch, but you always want branches that your chicken's feet can like rest on. You don't want them to wrap around, and you don't want the toes to touch their foot. But you want some good, nice, solid branches. So we got some good, nice, solid branches and variety, because variety is the spice of life. Chickens even like to have variety. As you see, Madison's climbing all over it, and it is quite secure. Even little kids can hang from it. Plus, they had fun walking through the woods, picking up and dragging different branches. And here we are making a runoff because the rainy season is gonna come. It always comes without fault. We got some rain, so the dirt was mud-ish, but not slippery, sticky mud. So we ran a ramp down the side of the driveway, and at the middle part of the driveway ran off a stream, and at the end of the driveway ran off of a stream. It is Valentine's week. The kids need a box to bring to school for their Valentines. So this was a fun project. It took most of the day. The kids just kept getting different things and pulling things from places, and Madison has a very creative mind, let me tell you. First, she drew a whole bunch of pictures on it with bunnies and hearts, and Nathan, he colored the box in all colors. She even took stickers of Bluey. And she wanted a flower garden, so we stuck a flower garden on it. Nathan likes Hot Wheels, so the entire box is covered in Hot Wheels, hearts, stickers, and red paint. On this day, it was a very quick dinner. I took one of those chickens I got for $1.50 at Walmart that we froze. I took it out, put it in the Instant Pot, brought it back out, added the last bit of our sweet potatoes, and made some stuffing. And it was a hit. So this is a very quick and easy dinner. Just take some onions and some peppers, chop it up, saute them slightly, add some brown sugar, some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, and some ginger. Mix it all together and make yourself a quick teriyaki sauce. Add your sausage to it, and in a separate pot, as you see, I got water starting to boil. I'm going to add rice to it as I drop the bag in. I'm pretty sure everybody's done that sometime in their life. They accidentally drop the bag. Mix it together, cook up that rice. Finish cooking this teriyaki sauce until it gets a little bit thick and it likes to coat everything. If it was me, I'd put extra spices in there, but mostly for the kids, the teriyaki is sweet. And this is always a fast, quick, put-together meal that everybody likes and enjoys. Yay. And instead of a sunset today, I'm giving you deers. So you could always help us out by liking and subscribing. These are lovely deer on our property.